Hello, it is time for another unboxing, and today it is the November Illumicrate and I'm knocking my tree. So if you don't want to see what's in here, stop watching now because I am opening it. So the theme for November is spellbinding stories. I kind of knew the instant I saw this picture what book it was going to be. I think a lot of people did guess what the book was going to be, and I don't hate it. I'm excited, so let's get stuck in. So first up we have a little pouch. Illumicrate have started doing the paper pouches instead of the plastic pouches, and I'm so here for it. So this is the monthly pin. So it has the will, the words and the way on it, and it's very pretty and I like it. I love these monthly pins so much, they're so cute. Next up we have another little pouch, and this one has a little Illumicrate sticker on it. Obviously I've already opened it, but I managed to not rip the sticker. Yes. So we have a little tree decoration. So it's obviously an hourglass, and it says, books are letters in bottles cast into the waves of time, from one person trying to save the world to another. And it's very pretty. So this is inspired by This Is How You Lose the Time War, which I haven't read, but it's a very lovely little ornament. Next up we have the box, and you always know when you get one of these boxes it's a book pot, and this one is stunning. It's lilac. So it says a folio of forgotten fables and folklore on the front. On the side it has the same, and then on the back it says a compendium of whispered tales from between the worlds, and it's a little book pot, and I really love these book pots. I have the green one and the black one. I do not have the blue one. I have been trying to get hold of it with no luck because people seem to be selling it for like ridiculous money. So yeah, I haven't managed to get that yet, but I love the three that I do have. Next up we have a very suitable and appropriate item for the current climate. We have a reusable face mask, and this, it's stunning like design on it. So I believe this is inspired by Circe, but yeah, and obviously it's got the like adjustable things, and yeah, and this is going to come in very handy because in a few days I'm attempting to go to a shop for the first time since July. So I have a pretty mask because I just had a plain black one that was a freebie in a package I got months ago, and I haven't used it. So I was going to use that one, but now I can have a pretty one instead. Yay! Next up we have a book. So this book is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. And I'm very confused as to why this book is in here as the additional book, because this book came out in like September and this is the November book. And I'm actually a little bit annoyed because I already have this book. I pre-ordered this book. So now I have two copies and it's the exact same like edition, and it's not signed or anything. It is literally just an additional book, which additional books are great, but it would be better if it was a new release and not a like 2-3 month old release. So that's my only issue with this being in this box, but it sounds like such a good book. It's an Arthurian retelling. So I'll quickly read you the blurb for this one. Some legacies are meant to be broken. After her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree Matthews wants to escape. A residential program for bright high schoolers seems like the perfect opportunity until she witnesses a magical attack her very first night on campus. A flying demon feeding on human energies, a secret society of so-called Legendborn that hunt the creatures down. A mysterious mage who calls himself a Merlin and who attempts and fails to wipe Bree's memory of everything she saw. The mage's failure unlocks Bree's own unique magic and a buried memory from the night her mother died. Now Bree will do whatever it takes to discover the truth, even infiltrate the Legendborn. But when the Legendborn reveal themselves as the descendants of King Arthur's knights and foretell a magical war, Bree must decide how far she'll go for the truth. Should she use her magic to take the society down or join the fight? Tell me that doesn't sound incredible. I really have been trying to get this on a TBR, but it's just not been happening. So I'm hoping to get to it in the next few months. And now I have 2 copies to choose from. The next item, we have a book sleeve. I really like these leathery fill book sleeves. They're very nice. They're less likely to get grubby. But this is absolutely stunning, and this is from Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. So it's the same on both sides, but it's a very pretty library and I like it. And then we have an additional thing. The book is in here, the main book, but we have an additional thing. So we have these stickers. So they're like little sticky book plates. Have I got them upside down? I've got them upside down. So they're very, very pretty. And I have 2 of the same. I don't know if we were supposed to get 2 of the same, but I have them. But they're pretty. I probably won't use them as book plates because I don't like sticking things in the books unless it's a signed book plate by the author. But they're very pretty. And then for the book, have I got it the right way? Yes. So first off, red edges. Very festive and Christmassy, even though it's the November box, not the December box. But it's The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. So I actually have the e-arc of this. I know, it's a shock. Me have an e-arc and haven't read it? Anyway, I have the e-arc of this, and this was actually on my October TBR, but October was a very slumpy month for me and I didn't get to half the books that I planned to get to in October. So unfortunately I haven't read this yet, but I am very excited to read this. So this is like witches, suffragettes. It just sounds like the perfect feminist thing I need in my life. So there's nothing under the cover. It's just silver. There's no reverse dust jacket, but it is signed on this very pretty paper. I like it. So I am going to read you the blurb. I am terrified and I am terrible. I am fearful and I am something to be feared. In 1893, there's no such thing as witches. There used to be, in the wild, dark days before the burnings began, but now witching is nothing but tidy charms and nursery rhymes. If the modern woman wants any measure of power, she must find it in the ballot box. But when the Eastwood sisters, James Juniper, Agnes Amaranth, and Beatrice Belladonna join the suffragettes of New Salem, they begin to pursue the forgotten words and ways that might turn the women's movement into the witches' movement. Stalked by shadows and sickness, hunted by forces that will not suffer a witch to vote, and perhaps not even to live, the sisters will need to delve into the oldest magics, draw new alliances, and heal the bond between them if they want to survive. There's no such thing as witches, but there will be. Like, you cannot tell me that does not sound incredible. So excited. And I've actually seen so many positive reviews about this book. I've been trying to steer clear of actually seeing what people are saying about it because I don't want to risk seeing spoilers. But for star ratings, I've seen very high star ratings for this, and I'm very excited, and hopefully I will actually get to it sometime soon. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. But that was my unboxing. I think my favourite item this month is either the book pot or the mask, just because look how pretty it is. Like, yes. But yeah, it's either the book pot or the mask as my favourite. But I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. As always, I will put all the names of the artists and shops who contributed to the items in this box in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Bye.